Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, it's been confirmed the Ukrainians, I would say illegally, I will explain why illegally, why I say illegally, used a Patriot missile to destroy, I think two of them, to destroy that transport plane allegedly carrying about 64, 68 Ukrainian POWs in Belgorod Oblast. Now, obviously, you might say, what's illegal about it? What's wrong with that? Well, I will tell you what's wrong with that. Do you remember the pinky promise? No. The pinky promise was when the Americans said, we will give you the Patriot systems, we will give you HIMARS first and then Patriot systems, only if you promise us that you will not use it over the Russian territory. Russia's territory, not the occupied, which is your territory you claim. So Belgorod is Russia. So these guys used the Patriot missile over the territory of Russia, which they said they will not. That's what makes it illegal. Now, do you think anybody gives a fuck besides the Russians? No. I told you, when these guys said, we promised, they promised not to hit. When they're going to get, if they're going to get the Taurus missiles, and that's why the Germans are afraid to give them the Taurus missiles to the Ukrainians, because the Taurus missiles will be used on Moscow, straight there. And they're going to be used also to destroy the Kerch Bridge, the Crimean Bridge. And the Germans, for once, are afraid. Probably they got some really big threats coming from the Russians. And even the Americans' threats cannot match the Russian threats in this case. So let me show you three articles. Confirmed. The Ukrainians confirm it. I will say Ukrainian media. Start with the Russians because we don't trust the Russians, okay? From Sputnik. US officials privately confirm Patriot missile shot down Russian Il-76 plane. Reports. US officials privately confirm the accuracy of media reports that Ukraine used the US-made Patriot system to shoot down the Russian Il-76 plane with 65 Ukrainian prisoners of war in the Belgorod region. The New York Times reported on Thursday. Okay? Now, let's go, because the Russians are lying, let's go with the Kiev Independent. These are the Ukrainians, today, February 8th, 2024. American officials confirm Patriot missile shot down Il-76 plane. So, shut up. Basically, this is so. This is what happens when you have someone who doesn't give a shit, cheats on you, and then you catch her or catch him, and say, so, go ahead. Go do whatever you need to do. The same here. Yeah, so, yeah, we shot it with Americans. What are you going to do? The Russians said it was the Patriot system. The Ukrainians zipped it. The Americans, nothing will happen. Nothing. I knew that, and I said it on many videos, the pinky promise. Yeah, give them, because they promised, man, they promised solemnly. What's his name? Zelensky promised. Yeah, especially Zelensky. This is the plane, the transport plane. The American-made Patriot missile system is likely responsible for the Russian plane downing the plane, hitting the plane, crash. It's just, again. American officials anonymously told the New York Times the plane was also likely carrying at least some Ukrainian prisoners. At least some. Now they say it. Remember when they say, no evidence, you're lying? Again, man, I told you, this is the way the Russians function. And there's the best way to function. That's the way I function as well. Not because I'm a Russian, but because it's the best way. You come and say, you know what? You are flying your U-2 planes over the territory of the Soviet Union. No, we don't. You're a liar. Give us the evidence. We don't do that. And the Russian says, well, we're going to provide you the evidence. We shot down a U-2 airplane, spy plane, American, over Soviet Union. No, you didn't. No, they didn't, because I hope if they did, that crashed and they have no evidence, right? Yeah, you are a liar. You are a liar. This was the Americans. claiming the Soviets were liars. And the Soviets listened and waited. Why? Because this way the Americans were digging their hole deeper and deeper and deeper. Why? Because they, after a while, after these Americans just ceased to be idiots, the Soviets came and put in front of the camera the pilot who ejected, who survived. And the Americans were like, fuck, man, shit. That's exactly what Adolf did when Marshal Paulus did not poof. But he said, I surrender. The same Adolf. Oh, shit. Dunkov. The same here. Oh my God. So the Soviets put the pilot in front of a TV camera and say, now you say it. And you said it. My name is Tom Jones. I'm from Portiprid, whatever, Welsh. And I'm like this, born in what? On the 6th of June, 7th of June, 1940. Blah, 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 blah. I have a big thing and all that. That's exactly what the guy said. And after that, what happened? So what? That's exactly what happened. So the same here. This is one example when the Russians did the same thing before. They let these guys get deeper in garbage and then they provided the evidence. And I said this, they will do the same thing. They made a claim. The other guys, no. And even these guys say likely carrying at least some. They're going to come to 65 or whatever pretty soon. So let's go to the last article here. Again, this is from Ukrainska Pravda. So this is from Kiev Independent, remember? And this is from Ukrainska Pravda. New York Times sources say Patriot Missile was used to down IL-76 near Belgorod. Belgorod is in Russia. I will show you the map in a second, so we make sure we got that one covered. Right there. This is Belgorod right here. This is Ukraine. And they shot the airplane. I'm going to show you exactly where. Right here, where my strong hand is. 50 kilometers away from the border, from this area, from Kharkiv. From here, they shot there. They said that they will not, but they did. And I knew it was just a garbage. I mean, only baboons thought, oh no, they promised. Now, what's this? Patriot missiles. How many people need to be around? 80? That's all Ukrainians, right? Yeah. The New York Times reported on 8th of February, citing U.S. officials, that the Ilyushin 76 cargo plane, which was shot down over Russia's Belgorod Oblast last month, was downed by a Patriot missile. The New York Times writes, citing its sources, that the IL was shot down by a Patriot interceptor provided by a European partner of the United States. Polish or German, or maybe the other way around, German or Polish. U.S. officials have not publicly commented on the down the plane, although those who spoke to the New York Times on condition of anonymity said that the reports of the Patriot missile being used were accurate, the article says. The New York Times article is one of the first reports of the U.S. assessment of the incident, which took place over Russia's Belgorod Oblast. Russia's defense ministry claimed at the time that the plane was transporting Ukrainian prisoners of war to Belgorod for a prisoner swap and that they had allegedly been killed. What did you say here in the other one? Likely carrying at least some. Shut the fuck up. Ukraine Defense Intelligence confirmed that the swap scheduled for 24 January did not take place, but they had no information about the Ukrainian prisoners on board the IL-76. Even if they had, you are supposed not to use a Patriot missile over the Russian territory. Now, in the previous swap, now, that's garbage. If you are at war with me and you provide me the weapon, I shoot wherever I want. These guys shoot wherever they want in Kiev and in Polish side of Ukraine, and and I'm not supposed to shoot in their territory with your weapons. Why? Because it's a controlled war. The big guys over there, they have a different frequency they communicate, and Ukraine cannot tap that frequency. When they talk to Ukraine, they go lower the frequency and talk to them over there. The same with the Russians. Lower it and speak with the Ukrainians. When they speak, they get higher frequency. That's why, hey, I'm going to give you this, but you don't do it. Now, I don't know. What do you think will happen? The answer is nothing. Or the guys in the Senate some guys could use that as a justification why they voted against providing more weapons, but they will provide. I don't see how that is not going to happen. They will provide it, and there's going to be more. It's going to be more weapons, more missiles, and more denial. But what did you expect? Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. These guys crossed Russia's red lines so many times that it's just the Russians did not believe that these guys are not going to shoot inside Russia. No. So it is, my friends. They're going to get a slap? No, not even. Remember, the Patriot systems, as far as the reports say, are not operated by the Ukrainians with they contact the targets. I have an article that I'm still waiting to have room to make a video on. With they tell you how the Americans are picking the targets and the Ukrainians, the people on the territory in the field are operating the Patriot. There's not much Ukrainian in that, as Mr. Former retired general. No, never be a general unless Trump comes back in business. Douglas McGregor, he said, there's not much Ukrainians in that operating HIMARS or Patriot systems. So, well, if he lies, I lie too. He's not lying. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.